Hello, people. I am Jaby Koay, joined by MORIAH GARCIA. We actually need that sound effect now.
Yeah.
This is Hellaro, the official trailer with Abhishek Shah, and it is directed by Abhishek Shah. I got it wrong. So, let me take that again. So we're looking at the trailer to Hellaro, directed by Abhishek Shah. Here we, what the hell just happened?
You get the hiccups.
I almost had a perfect introduction and you messed it up.
No, it was great.
हे मारी मावड़ी वर्षादी पूनम नो पहलो गरबो तारा चरणों में हरको लाग लगाट त्रीजे वर्षे आ धरती खोरी ना है थोड़ो वरसाद आपछे बोलो अम्बे मात की तारा गामा गरबा रमती थी ये ना रमाई ये नाथ ना नियम पहला मर्यादा थी मोटू बीजू काई नहीं
હા જબરું નહીં વરસાદ ન પડે તો એમને ગરબા ગાવાના ને આપણે ઉપવાસ કરવાનો હે કોક છે ત્યાં
પાણી
આ ઢોલ કોનો છે
મારો
વગાડશો
Oh, wow. Well, with the things on their head, they can dance.
હવે રોજ આવશું ને ગરબા રમવા
આવીશું હો ગરબા રમવા પણ કેવાનું શું એ કે પહેલા
પાણી ભરવા આવ્યા એમ
This is cool.
Yeah.
કોઈની શેષારામ રાખ્યા વગર સીધા નાચવા જ માંડ્યા નાચ્યા તો નાચ્યા કોઈ જોયું છે ક્યાં ગરબાના બદલામાં તો આખું રાજપાટ આપી દઉં પણ મારી પાસે છે નહીં હું તો ઘરમાં ગરબા રમતી હોઉં છું મનમાં જોજે હો પકડાઈ ન જતી મનમાં
Oh no. It's a wrap.
માથા કપાઈ જશે
સચિન મારી નાખે છે લોકો
તમારા ઢોલના તાલ પર તાળી આપીએ ને એટલો વખત એમ થાય કે જીવતા છીએ મરવાની બીકે જીવવાનું નહીં છોડીએ
અંદર જા
નિયમો એમના ને રમત એમની એના ભાગ નહીં બનવાનું ભોગ બન્યા એટલું બહુ છે
કીધું તું ને પાક ફૂટી હોય કે સિંગડા જાતે કાપી નાખજે હું કાપીશ તો વધારે દુખાશે
Damn. Wow. Oh man. That's a lot of emotions to feel in a movie. You're dealing with oppression and then you're dealing with like that joy of seeing them express themselves freely.
Is this not exactly a true story, but in the sense of like, was this oppression real or is real?
I'm sure it's based on something real. I mean, we can go down the litany
But, like,
of
how
instances
long
where women have been
ago?
oppressed. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, but this
you know,
specifically,
I'm pretty sure it's real.
where women aren't allowed to dance.
I have no idea if it's true or not, but it strikes me as something that's very possible.
Yeah.
The synopsis says, during the emergency in India, I read that correctly, a group of suppressed women from a village in Kutch find someone in the desert and their lives are changed forever.
Okay, so maybe specifically in this village.
You have all kinds of interesting, strange rules anywhere in the world. I mean, where certain things are not allowed, women aren't allowed to do certain things, or, you know, whatever the case may be. It's a valid question. It may not be a thing that's ever happened and it's totally fiction, but to me, it strikes me as something that's totally realistic. That's a very good place to start, is being objective and asking if it's real or not. That's what I'm supposed to do. Even if it's not true, like, the idea of it, I like a lot.
No, for sure. It just will have an influence of how much I cry when I watch it.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, will I just kind of cry or will I like really cry?
How much do you want to cry?
Mild?
You know, mild, medium, or very, very, very sobby.
A mild tearjerker. I like the music.
This is so fascinating. I watched this film called THX 1138, I believe is the name of the film. It's George Lucas's first film, and I just literally rewatched it. On Raw 2.0's birthday, he had everyone watch it for some reason. I remember watching the commentary, and George Lucas was talking, but he was heavily influenced by Joseph Campbell, who's a philosopher who studied all of the religions around the world and whatnot. And
I have a Joseph Campbell book.
yeah, he studied like the classic hero's journey, basically.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he mentioned, that George Lucas mentioned in the commentary of THX 1138 is how when you go on your journey and you finally you go on this path that you can't turn back on. Like, this is the path now. Somewhere along the way, you meet someone who gives you guidance. Like this random person that wasn't in the story earlier. And that's who this guy is. It's just fascinating that happened. Like, they happened to come across this guy. It completely changed their lives and it allowed her to be free. It's so fascinating because we take this for granted, and it's one of those things that makes you reflect on the things we take for granted.
Right.
You know, the freedom to just dance.
Yeah.
Like, you'd never think that would not be allowed, and how silly of a notion that would be that would be oppressed. And,
right.
you know, or suppressed, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And what's even more impressive is that they're dancing with the things on their head. I'm like, what the heck? How do you do that? I guess there's like a little padding or something like that.
No.
Yeah, she's got a little pad on her head to help flatten it out.
Maybe.
You know? It's
Yeah.
probably better for your skull
Still,
anyway. It still takes, I'm not denying that there's skill involved. I love this idea and how hopefully at the end of it they rise up together and they don't care. Like, it's that idea that you can strike me down, I'm not gonna care. Cut me all you want, beat me all you want, I'm still gonna do this. This is my path. This is what I
Right.
want. Do
Right.
what you have to do. Kill me if you want, but this is what I'm gonna do. That's a powerful story. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if like dancing is that important to me. Like,
I mean, it's just a way of expressing yourself.
right. It's also that notion of it not being fair.
Yeah,
'cause
that it's segregated.
yeah, that the
against
men.
women.
Yeah, the men get to do it, but the women don't.
Right.
That's
that
messed
definitely
up.
makes it worse.
That's messed up. How did you feel? I mean, I'm talking here like this is the female story. You should be talking.
I mean, I want to see it.
Okay.
No, it seems great. That was a good trailer. I'm very particular with trailers in this one. It's a good one.
What would you do if someone told you you can never dance again? That you're not allowed to?
It's like that thing where, because it kind of shows, I think that did they do it at home as well, like in privacy?
Only where people couldn't see it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
See, but like I like to dance and I dance by myself at home all the time, so I could not imagine that being so against the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forbidden.
Right.
Right.
Where you can be killed for it.
Yeah.
That's
Slapped around.
mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I can't even comprehend that.
Beaten by your husband. Like, pow! No more. No more of this devil nonsense that you're doing.
We need to find out why they're not allowed to.
Well, there's all kinds of things historically that women haven't been allowed to do that men could do. I mean,
I understand that, but I want to know this case specifically, because here and then there has to be some significance with there being a drought. Is the significance that they came to the aid of
okay.
this man?
You know, okay. So no. There might be something there where I'm just making this up at this point, but I mean it's all conjecture. The gods don't want the women to do it. The gods want the men to do it. Obviously, like a lot of these mythological stories, they're male characters because they were invented by men, right?
Gotcha.
And so they're objecting to this notion of women doing it because they're going to ruin the ritual. If you go to any sushi restaurant in Los Angeles, most often you'll find that men are the sushi chefs, women are not. Right. Only recently have we started to see a shift in that. The reason why women weren't allowed to be sushi chefs is
their hands
are too warm, according to the myth, but that's not true at all. I've dated some women with really cold hands and cold hearts. So there's that, and then priests still to this day are only men. You won't find female priests in the Catholic Church. There's all kinds of things where women still aren't allowed to do it. I don't know why it's exclusive as a men's thing. I don't know why men can't be nuns. Like, honestly. So we should just throw out the sex stipulation there and just let it be. I remember being in film school and our teacher was talking about the film The Kid with Charlie Chaplin. Mm-hmm. And one of the things the teacher remarked on is this notion that it was one of the few instances where you would be laughing and crying within the span of a few seconds.
Love it.
And I feel like this film has the potential to give you that effect where you're like happy and laughing because they're having a good time, and then they're caught and you just see the devastation that happens, like the fear that they all experience mutually because they don't want to, get punished. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
That's one of the reasons why Forrest Gump is one of my favorite movies.
Why Forrest Gump?
Because it's a great movie. It carries all types of emotion on the spectrum. So you're laughing at some points, you are motivated at some points, and inspired, you're crying and heartbroken.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of historical. It actually touches on actual historical events that have happened in the US, and yeah, great acting.
Here's a question for you that I think is interesting. What do you think of this movie as an American? Because you would never find this story here. This is not a movie that would come out here, made by Americans.
Right. Yeah.
It's just not something that you'd see.
Right.
How does that make you feel knowing that? Like, because this is a very female-centric story. It's all female leads, basically, except for, like, the guys are just the bad guys, except for the one dude with the drum. I'm glad they had a guy with the drum, because one of the things I don't like about films like this usually is that all the men are bad. They're just bad. All guys are bad. It's like, that's not how real life is. There's good guys.
What?
Right here, there's a good guy, you know? I'm trying to say, like, there's a good guy in here. He celebrates what they want to celebrate. He celebrates their desire to express themselves. And I think that's cool. We need more guys like that,
Well,
right?
they come to his aid.
That too.
I think it also displays like a woman's nurturing side. And like, why are these women being suppressed, oppressed?
Yeah.
When like it's in our nature to care for each other, and like we wouldn't be here without women, nor would we be here without men, but we treat you as equals, but we are not being treated with the same respect. And so I think it just shows of like our motherly, nurturing nature.
I'm very curious to watch this just for the outcome alone. Like, I'd like to see how the third act is handled, because I think you get a clear sense as to the first two acts of the film. It's pretty obvious what's going on here.
Yeah.
They showed you a lot of the story, and
But you have no idea where it could go.
well, the end specifically, you have no idea what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
I guess it's not about the end, but the journey itself. But I do want to know what happens at the end. Like, I'm very curious how they're going to handle this story. Like, what's going to change? Is anything going to change, or are they just simply punished for being themselves?
That's why I wanted to know if it was based on a true story.
So you could cheat yourself out of the ending?
A little bit.
What does Hellaro mean? That's a big question. I don't know.
Oh no, it didn't say.
Doesn't say.
Someone will answer.
Yeah, someone will answer in the comments. I'll just have to wait. It looks like a wonderful story. I'm very happy that this is made, and I can't wait to watch it. Y'all let us know what you think in the comments below, and check out MORIAH Garcia, sitting right next to me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we drop another video. Check out our other reactions, review short films, and vlogs. I am Jaby Koay.
And I'm MORIAH Garcia.
Peace out.